What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you guys know whenever I drop a new video. All right, so with that being said, I know you guys looked at the title. I am here today with another recap for Baddies East. Whew, child. Two words. Upsetting and cringy, okay? That would be the two words to describe this whole episode. It was a waste of my 45 minutes of my life, okay? I could have been doing a lot of shit in those 45 minutes. Hell, cooking, cleaning, fucking painting my nails, twiddling my damn thumb, shit, taking a nap. Hell, I could have been doing a lot of shit in those 45 minutes, but instead, we spent majority of the episode watching Smiley convulse and throw up everywhere, okay? Now, I don't want to be insensitive about the whole situation because I know some of you guys, some of you guys are in your feelings about the whole thing. So I don't want to be insensitive and just flat out say I don't believe shit that went on with Smiley. I don't believe it. But what I will say, though, is it wasn't just the alcohol, okay? Don't blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the 4 shots don't do that to nobody. So, before we get to Smiley, I'm going to go ahead and get into a couple of things, okay? I like to run things chronologically. So, without further ado, let's get it started. All right. So, we finally get the Jamaica episode, okay? We've been waiting all season to get to this point, okay? Unfortunately, we didn't see much, as I stated before. But, the girls, they make it to Jamaica. They had some really nice houses. Again, once again, the girls are separated. I was hoping maybe at this point that the girls will all be in one house. Unfortunately not, okay? But the houses that they are in look like mini mansions. So they are really nice houses, okay? With that being said, so the girls, they have a little get up group meeting or what. Let's start with House B, okay? So House B, N.E.X.T ends up apologizing to Smiley. Okay, so if you guys watched last episode, you seen how N.E.X.T jumped all in Smiley's face, tried to fight her. And I told you guys on my recap that the homegirl was just trying to get her a moment, okay? She wanted some camera time, and Smiley was good for the pickings, okay? Everything that was coming out her mouth was bullshit and rah, rah, rah. I told y'all that, okay? But I do like the fact that she apologized to Smiley. But what I don't like is the fact that Smiley just accepted that apology and gave the bitch a hug. Because what Biggie did say during this little get-together meeting is that Smiley needs to start standing up for herself, okay? She sit there, she take disrespect, she don't got choked out, she don't got yelled at, screamed at, she don't got threatened, she don't got fucking everybody's accusing her of lying about her miscarriage and now this new situation with her. She's taking a lot of disrespect from motherfuckers, but for some reason, the only person that she have energy for is Mariah Lynn, okay? The bitch even made a diss track against Mariah Lynn. That's the only person that she has some type of energy for. Not Sapphire, not Rolly, not E.T., not the rest of the motherfuckers who dogging her out, okay? So if it was me, I wouldn't have accepted that apology for N.E.X.T, at least not without a fade. Bitch, you got to give me one. Drunk or not, bitch, if I ain't fight you drunk, I'm going to fight your ass over. Like, either way, some respect has to be established, okay? Bitch, you can't get drunk and think it's okay to just fire off on me. You know what I'm saying? So, I do not like the fact that Smiley just, you know what I'm saying, kind of like whatever. For her, she gives me that all of this shit is just pure entertainment, okay? But we'll dig back into Smiley later. With that being said, that whole House B situation, it seems like when those girls are together, and I've said this before, when that group of girls are together, they are chilling. You know what I'm saying? They are seemingly, they are on a level energy, okay? I'll put it like that. Now, House A also gathered for a little chitter chat or whatever, whoop-de-whoop. So in House A, you got Natalie's clique. You got Natalie, Rolly, Scotty, Mariah Lynn, E.T., and now Sapphire, okay? So this whole situation with that little group, that little conversation pissed me off with Natalie's group because you had Sapphire, right? E.T. and Rolly start, going in about shit that Suki said and this, that, and the third. And I felt like in that in that scene, I felt like Sapphire didn't properly defend. She didn't have Suki's back like she was supposed to. You know what I mean? At this point, Sapphire is giving me dick eater, okay? Because I feel like, first of all, if it was my friend, I was not. Listen, she's not here to defend herself, so y'all bitches would not be sitting around me having conversations about my friend in front of me and trying to tell me about my friend. Like, fuck how y'all feel. Y'all called her out. She said how she said. Fuck how y'all feel about it. It is what it is. If she's not here, don't bring that shit up to me. I don't want to hear it. I feel like Sapphire should have shot that conversation down. She shouldn't let them bitches kept sitting up there having what they had to say about her friend. Fuck what they feel. Like I said, her.
Fuck out of here, nigga! All right. The fuck wrong with you, boy?
Oh, hell no! I'm sure y'all bitches something. I will tear this shit up. I swear to God.
Loyalty ultimately should have lied with Suki, and I feel like she was weak as fuck for that. And not only just because she didn't speak up, but it was just like, damn, when she got into it with Smiley, Suki jumped in that shit. Like, Suki had her back. You know what I'm saying? Why you can't be the same bitch for Suki? Even when she not there, like, you supposed to hold her down. Hell, you wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't for her. So that's that. Sapphire, you are coming down a notch. I actually liked her, but bitch, you went from like a 9 to now a 6.5 because you over there with those shit starting ass bitches. And if you guys watch the show, you can clearly see who starts the shit, okay? It seems like every time Natalie's group of girls get together, the only thing they do is sit up there and plot and plan on what motherfucker in the other house that they're going or to attack or who they got a problem with, okay?
Got some favoritism, huh? Y'all got some favoritism around this motherfucker? Tell me, huh? You got favorites? What's up? You got favorites? I'm gonna fuck.
It's never nobody in their group. It's always other people who's the problem. However, if you flip the scene, you got the other house over there. They chilling, laughing, kikiing, parlaying, singing, just having a good time while these bitches over here plotting and planning. That is clearly showing us who's the shit starters and who's chilling, okay? And if I was on the show, I would much rather be in House B with the other girls, okay? They are definitely much more of a vibe. So with that being said, the girls, everybody's in Jamaica except for T. Now, if y'all care, T left the show. Now, what I will say is I believe T left under emergency circumstances. Something happened with a family member, who knows. I don't think she left because she had a bad taste in her mouth. I actually think she ended things on kind of a good terms with the other girls or some of the girls, whatever, woo woo. She had actually started coming back around, hanging out. So I do believe that, whatever emergency was the reason why she didn't come, okay? I don't think it had anything to do with her not wanting to be around the girls or whatever. That's not the case. So whatever, if y'all care, she's gone. Now let's get to Smiley. Because the whole episode was about Smiley, I'm just going to make this short and sweet. It's not going to be a long recap, unfortunately, because it's only so much that you can really say about the situation. Like I said before, watching her throw up and have all these, convulsions and all this other shit that was going on, it was disturbing to watch. And I was very surprised to see that Zeus didn't edit that shit out. It looked like they kept it, most of it in or all of it in. I don't know, but it was just kind of disturbing to see anybody like kind of laid out like that. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, God, y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Some of y'all gonna be mad, and I really can't give a fuck at this point because I just feel like Smiley is like the girl who don't cry wolf at this point. She, you know what I'm saying? She said she had this whole miscarriage situation, and she was back in the club with the girls days after this alleged miscarriage. Matter of fact, she was back in the club with a skirt on, twerking all over the place. Okay, so any woman who've experienced a miscarriage knows that you don't just, you know what I'm saying, jump up and be everywhere, flapping everywhere, first of all, because you're going to be bleeding to a certain extent, bleeding every fucking where. So you don't want to be like, anybody who's on their cycle, you really don't want to be like flapping everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck wants to do that? Especially when you're having a miscarriage. That shit is like double the bleeding or whatever. Long story short, I didn't believe her when all that shit fell out, especially when some of the girls who she was roommating with was like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tashiki said she saw Smiley use a tampon And we all know you can't use a tampon to plug up a water faucet, okay? If water faucet has a leak in it, you cannot use a tampon to plug that up, okay? I'm just saying. And Biggie also said that she bought Smiley some of those like overnight panties where the period panties. Say this girl threw the whole pack of panties in a fucking corner and never used them. So unless she went out and bought her own shit, or unless she stuffed like 5 tampons in at one time, I just find it hard to believe that Smiley was suffering from anything. And after everybody accused her of lying, I just, for the life of me, can't figure out why she just didn't put out her discharge paperwork. Because if she left the hospital, when you leave a hospital, you get discharged with paperwork, okay? So I would think that she would try to bring something to like back up her story. Not that she have to, but it's like, goddamn. And now, everything that happened with Mariah, all of that bullshit, the whole house turning against her going on social media with her social media antics. And now we get to this Jamaica trip, okay? So now let's get to this car ride. I want to talk about this car ride, this sprinter ride first. So on the sprinter with her was the girls from her house, okay? And they were going from one point to the next in a sprinter. So maybe the ride was 45 minutes tops, okay? The girls was drinking for the duration of the ride. Smiley, we've seen clips of Smiley seemingly enjoying herself, having a good time, turning up. Now, according to the girls, Smiley's not a drinker like that, okay? And for what they seen, she had 4 shots. So if she had 4 shots, even a person that's not a drinker, 4 shots is not enough to like do all of that. Cause seizures, have her throwing up and all of that other shit, okay? It's not enough to like put anybody down. I'm just saying, like, to the extent to what she was. So I do believe that something was wrong with her. Yes, indeed. But I don't believe that it was just alcohol. Ain't no way in the hell alcohol will cause you to behave like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially after she had threw up. Most people, when they have alcohol poisoning or any type of over alcohol consumption, they throw it up. And once they throw it up, they start to feel a little better. Well, Smiley threw up several motherfucking times. Actually, like, to be honest, I didn't see any real throw up. I seen more. Maybe it was the lining in her stomach. Maybe because they said she didn't eat. Perhaps that's why she didn't have like any real throw up. It's like more like spit up. But girl, homegirl was falling on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Even then, don't get me wrong. Even then, it disturbed me and it scared me to see that. But it was at a point where I started to feel like, okay, well, girl, you kind of coherent and you are like definitely putting on right now. I started to feel like that at a certain point. But before I get into that, let me just talk about the whole situation with Scott.
Hell no.
Now, Sky, I see a lot of people praising her in the comments saying she's a real one, this, that, and the third. But Charles, y'all giving Sky way too much hype. Sky is definitely fake. She's definitely fucking fake. On down to the way that she communicated with Natalie on the phone. Hey, girl, stop all that fake ass bubbly shit. Girl, you know you was not that fucking happy 24/7. Shut the fuck up. She just fake as fuck. I'm sorry, I don't see it for Sky as being the real one like y'all all claim that she is. I'm sorry. She just doesn't give me that. And then it was like the way, I just feel like when it came to Sky, one thing I could give her credit for, when everything started happening with Smiley, she was the only one who showed some concern. Everybody else kind of pretty much dismissed Smiley or more focused on the fact that they were embarrassed about her condition. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really tried to help, okay? So I will give it to Sky that she, at least, even if she was faking it just to look good, she definitely was the only one who showed any type of concern, on down to when she was telling Natalie about the situation. She was like, well, Smiley don't drink like that, and I think that she just kind of went overboard this time, etc., etc. Like, she's the only one that really showed some modicum of concern. But what I didn't like was when Sky went to that Sprinter van, right? It was a point where she was pouring water in Smiley's mouth. She was trying to make Smiley drink, and then Smiley started back spitting up. And then before she could spit up, Smiley, Sky kind of threw her face to the side and jumped in the back or whatever, whoop de whoop. And so Smiley ended up hitting the ground. Now, that's not what I'm upset about. What I'm upset about is because I get it. I'm not going to stand there and let somebody spit up on me either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not upset about that. What I'm upset about is after the fact, okay? So when... at that point, Natalie them come rushing over, and I see I see where Sky is smirking and laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is just funny to her. But I'm like, bitch, how you go from being, oh, I'm your sister, all that, I'm your sister. Like, girl, please stop the bullshit. I seen how she was smiling and kikiing when Natalie ran over there. So if anything, you found that shit funny too. So I don't know, but either way, she still get more cool points than the other girls because ultimately they just stood around like they didn't give a fuck. They actually were more irritated that she was fucking up their damn day, and especially Natalie. Natalie come over there, sit down. Okay, that's just what Natalie was doing. Like, she was giving her that embarrassed, your child falling out loud in public, all over the fucking floor and shit, and you trying to get that motherfucker to get up and you embarrassed. So you like, come get up. That's the equivalent of what Natalie was doing to fucking Smiley. Like, bitch, the girl she was convulsing and shit. She wasn't in no predicament to be trying to follow instructions from you. Like, what the fuck? It's like yelling at a fucking brick. Like, bitch, what the fuck you expect her to do? What the fuck? Because like I said, I do believe that something was wrong with Smiley, because I believe that the girl had something going on. But what y'all now for to sit up here and tell me that with Smiley's weight, with her size, that 4 shots took her down like that? No, bitch. 4 shots of Henny don't do that to nobody, bitch. Hell, they don't even make Henny like they used to no more. Shit, they tried drinking that Henny back from the early 90s, motherfucker. That's the type of Henny that had your ass on the motherfucker floor. That diluted, watered down ass Henny shit that they have now, they make these days, is nothing compared to the old shit. Some of y'all out there know what the fuck I'm talking about. It is nothing compared to the old shit. So it ain't 4 shots is not enough to put you down with your size. Even if you are not a drinker, bitch, your ass was on something that didn't react too well with that damn liquor. So I do believe that she was feeling pretty fucking shitty, but it was the point where she went to screaming, I love my son. My life. I hate, girl, it was when she went to doing that for me. That's what I was just like, okay, well, bitch, if you yelling because you know your son ain't around and all this shit, if you hate your life, you coherent enough to know what's going on. I just felt like she was, at some point, when she got coherent, she figured, hell, I'm already fucking embarrassed and shamed. I might as well make the most of it. So she sat there and made the most of it. Girl, if it was your intention to become the show, the star, between her and Biggie, shit, I don't know what the fuck going on this season. Hell, these hoes, this season took a whole damn different trajectory that I didn't expect. I mean, we started off from the beginning with Krishan with her crazy pregnant ass and Tasheki and that whole situation, and then it became the Smiley hate train. Then it became the Biggie hate train. Now we on the Smiley trying to get her attention, her shine train. I mean, like, God, to be more careful. Child, I don't know. It was that I think what really did it for me, though, what really made me feel some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And I'm no medical professional. I ain't going to sit up here and say that I know medically nothing. But what I do know is that I've been around a person who's epileptic, okay? So I know a few things about seizures, okay? Now, if y'all paid attention, Smiley allegedly had 2 seizures. Because there was a point on the sprint event where she went to shaking and shit, right? Moments after that, she was coherent enough to start yelling and screaming for her son. And you know, she want her son. And then it kind of seemed like she worked her way into another little seizure towards the end of the show. Now, here's the thing. I sat there and literally witnessed a person have a seizures in front of me 2 times, okay? And the first time they literally was talking. just talking, and then her words started just blowing up, fucking up, and then she just started shaking. It was an instant. It was a moment of being locked up. They lock up and then they just go into it, and then a few minutes later come out. You know what I'm saying? Being the reason for all of this, I don't believe that. Like, I can't possibly believe that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, child. But like I said, I'm no doctor, and what made and if I already didn't like doubt Smiley, so she took to live after this, and usually I don't go to social media, but it was just like, it was just so much like my mind was just going with when I was watching this. I'm like, is this girl really faking this? Like, is she really like for real deal faking this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about this because y'all not feeling how I'm feeling. Y'all don't know how this shit feels to sit here with my kid to watch this motherfucking episode. Y'all really drugged this shit. Y'all really drugged this shit. And it's like, bruh, it's like, and I thank you to everyone who was there holding my hand. But for those who really sat there and felt like I was faking, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Y'all ain't got no heart, bruh. Because I sat there and just watched this shit, bro. And this shit really hurts to see this shit. This shit really just hurt me. Y'all don't know how this shit feel, bro. Y'all not feeling. Y'all not seeing.
So anyway, she did a live, right? And she even had like a couple of people that was friends with her, like that knew her, was even questioning her, like whether or not that was real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if people who know you is questioning you, like they questioning you, that's because something about your character is capable of faking it. Something about you gives them the doubt about that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way in the hell like we the people watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm looking at the comments, it's like everybody just so mad at all the other girls. But you can't mean to tell me that all these girls felt unanimously that this girl was faking if they didn't have probable cause to feel that way. I know they've been shitty, horrible bitches the whole season, majority of them. But come on, even nobody from her house really had her back on this situation. Not even in Smiley. I mean, only person tried to show her some empathy was fucking what's her face, Sky. And like I told y'all, I feel like that was just fake. Her trying to be fake mama nurturing, like she have been playing this character the whole season since she been on. So you know, I figured she just keeping up with that little front or whatever. But who knows? Like, child, it's just a lot. It is a lot. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it, because it seems like we gonna get into some things next episode. I see that little cliffhanger with Natalie screaming all in fucking Smiley face, like, like it was just so fucking funny, cause and also it's like it's gonna go down because Natalie and Scotty is most definitely gonna get into a fight next episode, and it seemed like the energies from her and Scotty getting into a fight probably is what's gonna cause her to pop off on Smiley like that. I don't know, but then I also see somebody, I think it was E.T. pouring water on top of Smiley's head. Like, okay, I'll just say this, and I'll just nip it in the bud about this whole Smiley situation because it is what it is. Okay, I'll just say this: regardless to whether or not Smiley was faking, them hoes should have showed more empathy towards the situation, because it's just like that could have been any one of y'all. Would y'all have wanted somebody to be that desensitized to y'all situation? You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I liked you or not. Like, I felt like they should have showed more empathy. But I just feel like, on the other hand, they, you know, as the case with most of the girls, I feel like they didn't know how to feel. Some of them just straight out didn't believe her, and some of them just straight out thought she was faking it, and some of them didn't know how to feel because obviously Smiley has a track record for making things about her, for being extreme in the way that she seeks attention. You know what I'm saying? So I think at this point it's just like that bitch literally have to die on the floor, and then they have to kick her ass to make sure she dead to really believe that she died. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's not funny. It's not funny, but I could just picture it. Like, imagine a little fish just like fucking flailing on the floor, and everybody staring at the fish, and then the fish just stop fucking flailing, but they don't believe the shit dead, so they just look at it, and someone might kick it to see if it's alive, and then like, oh, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like they doing Smiley. They just gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then they just gonna be like, well, damn, the bitch really died. Like, that's just how they gonna be towards her. Like, that's crazy. that is so crazy. Oh, God, it is not funny, but it's not funny. But she alive, hell, she ain't dead. But that shit is not funny. Oh, God, it's not funny. I'm like, what the fuck? Who does that? Like, I really just hope she's not faking it, because if she's faking it, I seen it in the cliffhanger for the next episode where Rolly was like, if she's faking it, I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. Like, and I would be so mad. Like, here's the thing though. This is why I feel like it's strategic too with Smiley. That's another thing. Because I was watching that live of hers, and like, this bitch did a lot of crying, but I didn't see not one single tear. I kid y'all not. She did a lot of crying in this live, but I didn't see one tear. She kept wiping her eyes, and I kept waiting for her eyes to turn puffy like she was crying, or to turn red, or to see one teardrop. I didn't see not a goddamn teardrop for all that crying that she was doing. That bitch is faker than a $3 bill. Y'all, man, look at here. Look at here. I said it from day one. I said it for the first episode when Krishan was going off in the kitchen after everything that, well, I think it was before Krishan and Tashiki came and they're showing out on Natalie's ass in that kitchen. And Natalie sat down with Smiley and was asking Smiley about that tattoo. I said it then. I said, just looking into her eyes, it's just something about her. It was just, I said it. Oh, child. But like I said, either way, if the girl was going through something, y'all should have showed her some more empathy. I don't know, man. I was freaking know. Smiley reminded me of one of my cousins, right? I had a cousin. One of my cousins, right? We used to grow up. We used to, hang together as teenagers, right? And she was the type that was always pregnant, right? She was always pregnant. And every time you turn around 3-4 months down the line, I'm like, well, bitch, what happened to the last pregnancy? She'd be like, I had a miscarriage. This bitch had more miscarriages than Van Kim had poker beans, right? So this one particular time, and this time this bitch told us, she's like, oh, I'm pregnant. None of us believed the word she motherfucking said. Long story short, we ended up this same day that she told us, once again, she had told us this pregnant story. We had already dismissed it, forgot it, and threw that thought away because she had lied so many times before. Tell me why we hanging out in the hood. And child, this is one of these days. But we hanging out in the hood and we walking our ass home. We were supposed to be home before the daylight was out, before the street lights came on. But we walking home a little late, which is what we get for being fucking grown. So we walking home. Next thing you know, niggas started shooting. We didn't know what direction the damn gunfight was coming from. So we all just fell to the motherfucking ground and crawled across the street till we got to a field area. And then we ran up to my auntie back door because all of our ass was scattered in a motherfucker. By the time we got to that house, she bent over. She's like, I'm in so much pain. I'm hurting so bad. Lo and behold, this girl actually was having a fucking real live miscarriage. All the excitement in the scaredness from running from these bullets that was coming from out of fucking nowhere scared her ass to the point where she ended up having a miscarriage. That whole situation caused her to have a miscarriage. from that situation. This one time that she was actually really and truly pregnant, she ended up losing her baby. You know what I'm saying? Look, the moral of that story is when you keep telling so many lies and you a dishonest person and you just like to fabricate shit, when you need a person to believe you, when you need people to really help you, they gonna do exactly what I told y'all people do. They will sit up there like a group of people and watch this little fish just squirm on the ground for its life. They gonna watch your ass fucking and then kick you once you stop squirming and make sure you're dead to see if you're. And then at that point they gonna really believe you're dead because they not gonna because. It's just like you don't burnt your bridges with motherfuckers believing anything that you have to say. And that's a dangerous thing, being a liar, especially being a proven liar. It's a dangerous thing, okay? Like, for real. So I can't say that Smiley was lying about the miscarriage situation. I can't say that she's lying, that this whole situation was like a flex of like she knew what she was doing. I can't say that. I can't say that she faked it. I can't say that to neither one of these situations. But what I can say is that it is clear that her other castmates feels that she's being dishonest. It is clear that that's how everybody feels about her. Okay. And what else is clear is that if she is lying, she really got some fucking mental problems. Okay. She really needs to seek therapy because all attention ain't good attention. And this whole situation is embarrassing and humiliating. So if you're willing to endure the humiliation just to seek sympathy, then there is a deep-rooted issue within yourself. So hopefully that, unfortunately, I would hope for this to be a fake. I hope that she was faking it. Like, I really hope that, I hope that she wasn't faking it. I hope that she wasn't faking it because if she was, that would speak so many volumes about her character. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Guys, like I said, if you are new here, welcome. Please hit the notification bell so you guys will get notified whenever I drop a new video. Also, do not forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. With that being said, I love you guys. Deuces.